So this is another review I'm doing because I got some new figures and didn't get around to reviewing them yet. So this is that. So I've got Kingdom RC again. My first attempt at buying RC was completely rubbish because they had built it wrong, so I couldn't do anything with it. The backpack attachment peg in there was fitted upside down, so you couldn't transform it. So I've got arcee. I have Series Blurr. He's a little wobbly on his legs, but it's not too bad. And I have Kingdom Inferno. Now, mine has got a small issue with the ladder. It's very tight when you try to extend the ladder out. It gets stuck. You have to use a lot of force. Alright, let's start with the small fiddly one. So I'll begin with arcee. So if you have a backpack removed, you just have to re-tab it into place for transformation. So backpack's fitted. Now she is a massive parts former, and there's a lot of people that don't like that. And to be honest, it doesn't bother me, but it can be annoying because you pick her up and then everything just flops out from underneath. And access to the backpack as well from robot mode, there isn't much room. I mean, there is actually an upgrade kit for her that allows you to have both the alt mode and the robot mode together. I just don't see why people would want to do that. And I'm already struggling. What have I done wrong? Ah, there we go. That wasn't tabbing in. So it is pretty fiddly getting it all lined up. But when it is lined up, it should all just pop into place. Try and remember how to do the legs now, because they go a certain way. I think that's correct, right. Arms, you just push in and they get held in place by the legs. Which is, I don't see why they've done it like that. But it's a massive hindrance to the transformation. Like that. So it's moving the waist swivel and not actually moving the piece I need. So it's not actually transforming. Right, let's give it another go. Well, you get the idea of how she's supposed to sit, and yeah, it's just not popping into place. I had literally had it earlier, and it's just not going back. And yeah, I've extended everything that needs moving. There's something just not sitting in the right place. But if you can get it in the right place, it does look really nice. If you can't, it looks absolutely awful. I mean, still not lining up. Right, that'll do. I'm not going to get it any better than that. So that's arcee. Right, down to blurr. So he is actually pretty nice. And he is, well, he looks and feels like a remold of Titan's Return, but with a couple of extra features. And he has got one of the easiest transformations, but you just got to try and remember to do it in the correct order, because it's a little fiddly, even though it's easy. You just have to move the shoulders down, the legs go a certain way, but you have to do one bit before the other because it blocks it for the other bit of movement that you need. I think I've done that correctly. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Extend the legs under, which will allow you to snap the leg up into place like that. So from robot mode to vehicle mode, you can see the difference. Now they do snap together really securely, so you do have to put in some force. You don't have to worry about breaking this one because the plastic feels a lot stronger. So if you're heavy-handed, then you won't do any damage. Now this bit gets on my nerves. Trying to tap the legs together on my copy is really difficult because you have to align everything perfectly. Oh, there we go, got it first time. Now there is also, if you look there, that is an opening that you can pop up, and it's a little seat for the vehicle mode, which is different. Although you do have to be careful with these bits though, because I did just pop one off. It only fits with a friction tab, unfortunately. Right, so it should look like that if you transform correctly, and then you can just work on the arms. So he's very simplistic in his design. Right, which way round does that go? It's got to be that way round with that bit there. Right. So you have got two tabs to align for the arms when going into vehicle mode. So you have a tab here and a tab here, which goes into here, and there is a notch here. But you have to align those two with the little notch just here, which goes up into the shoulder. And getting all three perfectly aligned is not very easy, but when you can get it done, it is rock solid. So there we go, that is blur transformed. There is weapon storage, so you get the gun and it just goes onto that tab there. And then this little welding tool type thing just sits over the gun and tabs in like that. So that is your Studio Series blur. And he is pretty nice. I mean, he's got no wheels, which is a bit unfortunate, so he doesn't roll. He doesn't even have any rollers either, which is unusual. They went more for the aesthetic of it than having it functional. So that is blur. He is pretty nice, although there is a gap there, which I don't like. If there was a gap filler produced for that bit, then I'd like that. And now we come down to Inferno. So Inferno is actually my favourite of the three. He is a repaint of Grapple, who I also have. Now he does have both hands like Grapple. Unfortunately this one's tight. There we go. So there's the other hand. Now, there was issues with Grapple when they made him, and they've actually done a bit of a repair job for Inferno so that he doesn't have the same issue. But unfortunately, they've done it too well and created a whole new issue. So I'll get down to showing you what the issue is. If I just flip the head around. Right. So, these two pegs here will go into the holes here on the feet for vehicle mode and hold everything together. With Grapple, they were too long and brittle, so you snap them off. So they've made shorter but thicker pegs, and these don't hold, they're not long enough. So they've actually created a whole new issue by trying to fix an issue. So it does untab every now and then, but you can just simply pop it back in. I also have an issue with the wheels flaring out, I don't know why. Right, so the wings by the head do just fold back and they tab in. So it'll just sit there like that. Now, you just need to focus on the front now. And the crane just needs adjusting. So you just simply bring the chest around. Or you can actually do the arms first and then bring the chest around. So then the arms fold together and there is a little tab slot that does lock. And then you have these two little tabs here and here, which goes into here and here. Right, so now that is almost transformed, I just have to extend the ladder, and this is where I struggle. it does put up a bit of a fight. So he is actually a pretty cool little fire engine. Now all the accessories do fit onto him while he's in his alt mode. Like so. So that is Inferno in his vehicle form. He's a lot nicer than Grapple in my opinion because of the colours. But it would be nice if they made a water style blast effect for the nozzle. Oh, there we go, talking of issues. My back of it's just untabbed again. I literally didn't touch it. That is the main issue with this figure, is it keeps untabbing. Oh, and you have to be careful not to lose the hoses, because they actually come not fitted. You have to fit them yourself. You can either have them as it states and have the nozzle there pointing backwards, or you can have it swung around on the opposite side and have them sat forward. Personally, I prefer how it says to do it and have them back like that. You can raise and lower the ladder if needed. It does shorten as well. It's also ratcheted as well. It does ratchet, but it's very tight. So that is Inferno done. So that was my quick review for the day, although it's ended up being nearly 18.5 minutes long. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back sometime with another figure, maybe a lightsaber. Thank you for watching.